Okay. Okay, so today is December 10th. It is my 7th trading day, but 10 days into my 365 period where I'm giving myself to turn $1,500 into $1 million. So this is my 7th day actually trading. So let's go and see what we got. Today I was at work trading. I had to be at work from basically 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Right now it's about 6 p.m. and I'm trying to wrap up this video. The actual clip is over a couple hours long with me trying to jump in and jump out and everything else I had going on today. I had a meeting pretty much from about 9:45 until about 11 or 12, and I was still trying to break away and do things. So let me try to get through this day. I ended up almost at break even. So we start out my day. I'm at $1775.32 on my brokerage account. It should have been $1,800.32, except for they took out $25 for my fee. If I don't have over $2,500, it's $25 a month. At that point, it is free. So that took me down to $1775.32, which is what I have in there right now. This is from yesterday, the 9th. So let me get to my first trade. I'm going to just try to fast forward and cover the trades because they were kind of long, and I got 15 minutes to make this happen. So here we go. The first trade was at 9:40, so it's 9:33 right now, December 10th. This is just a real-time clock. So let me see. Let me fast forward, try to find it. Okay, so I got my first trade at 9:40 and 5 seconds. So let me just move it up just a little bit, so we can try to get through this as soon as possible for somebody. I found a office space, and I don't want anybody walking in asking me, a manager or something asking me what I'm doing. A lot of people know that I trade, but I don't want them to try to shut me down, try to keep me from doing it. So alright, so I'm in this trade. I was in this trade for over 7 minutes, so I'm going to fast forward through it, but and it ended up being a losing trade. I lost $100 on this trade. I jumped in at 36.50, 3 points, which is 12 ticks, or $60 was my profit target. 5 points or 20 ticks was $100 was my stop. It ended up stopping me out. So let me try to get through this a little quicker. 9:47. So yeah, 42 is just going against me. At this time, I actually had to walk away, which I didn't want to do, because the meeting was about to start, and so I just decided I would let it cook. It would either stop me out for the 100 or go for my $60. The reason I did not want to walk away was because I do have a signal that'll tell me when to stop. But in this particular case, even if I was standing in front of it, the signal didn't come, and it ended up taking me out for the 400. So let me try to get it up to that point. 44, 45, 6. A little bit further. I just want you to see it stop me out. So it was at 47, about 47.40 when I got stopped out. So I got a few. Let me see what time I got. Okay, 3 minutes and 56 seconds. So yeah, okay. So I'm stopped out. I'm down 100, as you see here in my P&L. Changed the value of my account. And now I have to recover. Even though I have meetings going on, I got people talking to me, I got all this other stuff. It's not the optimal way to trade, but it's what I have. I work about 50, 60 hours a week in this place, and I'm going to be doing this a lot. So it is what it is. I'm not going to let it be an obstacle for me. So let me try to fast forward to my next trade, which was at 11:46. You find that time frame. Yeah, that was nothing. I had to cancel that trade. It didn't go through. Let's see, find it. I had this up as my screensaver. I just didn't pause the video, and it just stayed up there. Eventually, it blacked out. We try to find 11:46. I came back. I guess I shook it and woke it up, or somebody did. Okay, we're at 11:44. Okay, so I jumped in, put in for a short trade here. Let me move it back a little bit so you can see it happen live. I accidentally tried to enter the trade wrong, and it gave me a warning. I got in the trade at 11:46.05, so I entered the trade right here. It's a short trade. It needs to come up a little bit and grab me. How much time we got? 5 minutes and 29 seconds. Okay, so it was 11:46.05 when it filled me. Okay, so now I'm in the trade. It's a short trade, 3 points. I'm down $100, as you see here. I'm trying to go for 3 points on the profit. My stop is 5 points or $100 on the stop out. And the reason I put the chart trader up here, I actually enter my trades on another Superdome, but it's easier to document things here. One thing that I want to point out is I'm trying to be as transparent as possible without showing too much information. I don't want to show you my whole account number, and I'm not my trade setups either. I don't want to show any of that because I've lost a whole lot of money, and it's a lot that went into trying to develop the method that I use to trade, and I just can't see just handing that over to anybody at all except for people who've been with me. But anyway, but I still try to be as transparent as possible. I try to show real time clock, the time and sales, so you can match that up. I try to show the date, as you can see the date here, and I try to show my balance in my trade. So my intent is to be right now I'm changing it from it was just showing points. I'm changing that from points to currency. So you can, it just seems like it'll be a little bit clearer as to exactly where I'm at. So change that. It's $15 is showing now. That should change over there. Okay, and they did change. How much time I got? Alright, under 10 minutes. So I was in this trade from 11:46 until 11:52. So let me kind of fast forward through it. Started to go in my favor. Time is 11:48 and 11:52. Still a little sideways, but going in my favor. So time we got 7 minutes and 41 seconds. That's up $50 on this trade, and a lot of times if I'm down by $100, I will want to let it cook and go for $100, but it seems like whenever I do that, it would have given me, and it just gave me more profit. So now I'm down $40. But whenever I do that and try to let it cook and go for more, it doesn't. And then when I take my profit, that's when it does. I'm not going to try it. I may sometimes try it depending on price action, but ultimately I don't think it's a good idea for me to. I think I should just try to work my way back. But this trade would have gave me $100 had I stayed in it. It's always on my mind, but I just would rather take the $60 out. On the NQ, I'm just confident that I can get $60. $100 is a different story. It changes the odds for me. So now I'm down $40. It's 11:52. I've been trying to jump in. I'm in a meeting, and I'm trying to jump in and jump out, and every chance I get, break away and go to where my desk is and try to see what's going on. So the next trade was at 241. So let me try to get to that. 56. 1256. That's nothing. I didn't end up taking that trade, even though I had a long waiting for that. It's at 35.19.25. That ended up canceling, and I ended up putting in for another trade. So 35.19.25 canceled out. I ended up moving my price down at a later time. So what time was that? Let me go back to it. When it was at the so this was at 1 o'clock. Market was moving really slow, and when I changed it, okay, this is 112. I think I ended up canceling that one out. I did. I ended up canceling that one out as well. When it went too far against me before it went up and touched. Let me see. Okay, so now we're in a whole nother time frame. 230. I'm looking for 241. Let me just try to push it up to that. He's moving up. Market is moving up. Okay, so 241. How much time we got? This is going to be my third trade. We're at 10 minutes and 20 seconds. And I'm just going to let it cook for a minute. And this is where I ended up taking my third trade. I did miss a winning trade. I ended up about at break even. I'm down 40 now. In this next trade, I'm going for $60 more, which would put me up at 20. Okay, so I entered right. I placed my trade right there, going long. I just needed to come down and fill me. I did win this trade, as you're going to see, and it put me at $20 profit. But I did have 3 trades, which my commission is $5.52 each trade. So I'm a little bit more than break even. But if I, there's no reason to even talk about it. But I did have one more winning trade. I could have been up, but I'm just happy that I was able to recover. That I was not away at these optimal times, and I'm still working during this whole time. I'm taking on customers and all that. It was really bad weather today, and it was a little slow. So I was able to really pay attention to this slow market, but still, I was still working. So I'm in this trade now, and it didn't. Let me see here. 16.25. I'm going for 3 points. 19.25. My stop is 5 points, which is down at 11.25 or $100. It was a long trade. Let me just and it did go against me a little bit. The one thing that I can say is that I am fear doesn't really play a part anymore. I just want to make sure that I execute. My focus is just on executing my system, and so this didn't scare me. As a matter of fact, I was confident that it was going to go up and give me just because of what I was seeing on my system, even though it was going against me. It went against me, I think $60-$70. Let me see. I think it even went further. Yeah, it's still going. Now it's going up for me in my profit, in my direction. It started moving towards the profit, because I ended up getting out of the trade at 301. So let's see, 301 something. Just let it 12 minutes 49 seconds. Just let it fill me for my profit, and you'll see it fill me. And it's 15:01, and you can see the time itself is kind of mirroring the actual time. Okay, and then it filled me, so I ended up profiting $20, as you see here. Well, it's going to be, at the commission, maybe $3 or $4. So I didn't lose today, which if I did is nothing. I would have to just recover. Tomorrow I don't work, but I do have a dental appointment. At 1 o'clock. So we're going to see how that plays out. I'm going to see if I'm going to go for 2 winning trades to make up for this loss today or not. I don't know. I'm going to just have to play it by ear and see how the market is. I may have to recover, or we'll see. But tomorrow I'm going to give it another shot. I'm still trying to turn $1,500 into $1 million in under 1 year. And my purpose in this is just to document it. And thank you for watching. If you have any questions about anything, I think I do have a lot of knowledge that I still can give out about just my opinion of trading, and my opinion of growing and developing in it, and my opinion and mentality. So if you got a question, just definitely ask. And other than that, I will see you guys in the morning.